Hi, I'm Lee, and this is Cass, and this is Cass Lee Productions. I wish there was like a little subtitle that popped up, but I'm not that fancy on computer editing. Hence why none of this is animated. Plus, there's no good free editing programs that I know of, and I suck at drawing. I mean, I do have a certain style I use myself, but I'm not sure how I would animate that. I can make comics, but I cannot animate it because it is practically just string noodles, or as my friend put it, the line of action, and I just add small details to it so you kind of know what it is. It's practically stick people. Full honesty. But I have been debating trying to animate these, but again. So maybe if you know like any good free animating programs or ones that are at least cheap that I could probably afford, I'd appreciate it. Maybe like put it down in the comments below and I'll check that out if you're interested in even seeing these animated. Because at this point, I'm not even sure what this YouTube chat technically falls under in terms of category. Okay, so on to the story. This is Intro to Theater 2. Yay! Today, we're gonna go over what I did in the last video because I got off on another tangent, much like I usually do. But this time I noticed and still had a short video. Oh yeah, I'm getting better. No, I'm not. I'm gonna make the same mistake 5 times before I actually learn anything. I don't learn from my mistakes easily. Okay, so Intro to Theater. The next one on the list was, the pantomime. We had to do a pantomime for class, which is pretty much, for you who don't know what pantomime is, it's basically miming. Yeah, the official name for miming is pantomiming, the fancy term us theater people use. Much how like scientists must give everything a second name, so must us theater people. Well, not really, but you know, I just dramatics. Okay, continuing. Focus. Okay, let's do this. Pantomiming. Okay, so we had to pick one event in our lives that we do practically every day. You know, like how we have a schedule, like you get up, you brush your teeth, you brush your hair, you get dressed, you put clothes on, how you go to school every day and go, you know, class stuff or, you know, do homework. I hope you guys do your homework. Trust me, the homework will save you when you fail the tests, at least in high school. I don't have a lot of homework in college, actually, just a lot of studying. But just so you know, I'm trying to be helpful. Okay? So make sure you get that homework in. That's what we're talking about. I decided to more or less do how I take my ADHD meds every morning is what I decided to do mine on. And so we had to be accurate at our pantomiming. Like, you know, when you go, you know how we all pretend this is a phone? Like all the time and we're talking to someone because, you know, it's like the bottom, the top of the phone. Well, when pantomiming, this is not a phone. This is practically hang loose or whatever this is. I don't know what this is. I'm a sad human being, okay? But geez, things are just slipping through my mind today so much. I am lack of sleep in this stressful month. Okay. Thinking really hard here. And so I decided to do mine on taking my medicine. That's where I was. Okay. And I pretty much did the thing where, okay, I gotta go, and I opened the little like medicine case, you know, with the days that go Saturday, Monday, you always see like your grandparents use or whatever, or maybe your parents. And so I go, you know, and I pop the thing open, and you know, I get the glass of water. I don't actually use a glass of water to swallow mine. I just swallow it whole, but you know, just for the sake of come and see what other people do. Otherwise, I felt like people weren't knowing what I was doing, so I decided for the sake of that, I was gonna have a cup of water. Yes. So I got, you know, the glass of water. I filled it up. And the water splashed in the cup and everything. I mean, I couldn't make side effects because it's silent, but I could hear it. Maybe that's concerning. And so, you know, I go and I walk over to the table and I put the glass down on the table, and then I go and I open my medicine and I take it and I go and I swallow and I go. Because sometimes, you know, it hits you just the right way on the back of the throat, and, you know, I take a drink of the water, because sometimes I do it really just to get the glass of water is usually to just actually, for me, wash the taste away, or if it feels like it got stuck in my throat. My hair looks really weird. Continuing off topic again. And so Yeah, and the thing is, I'm supposed to close the container before I walk away from the table. But in the pantomime, I always forgot to close the top when I was walking away to put my glass in the sink. So I always would have to go back on one foot and be like, and like shut it. I mean, let's see if I can get a wider view of me that isn't awkward. I'll slide this back as far as I can. There's not a lot of room in my basement. And yes, that's where I filmed these, and we gotta tilt this back, I guess. Okay, you can see my arms now, so this should work. Hopefully. Ugh, trumpet case. Mess. Okay. So it'd be like, you know, the medicine like right here on the table, and I go and I open up the case and I, you know, swallow it, take the glass, drink it, and then I, you know, set it back down on the, and then I just take the glass instead of setting it back down on the table and closing the container like I was supposed to. I'd take the glass, I'd turn away, and I'd start walking this way, and then go and like go back on one foot and have to hit it. You can't see my feet from this angle, so I'm sorry. It would be more funny, I promise. And everyone laughed, which made me happy because I like making people laugh, as stated in the ending of this video. Let's move backwards. Ooh, shaky camera work. Never claimed I was a video camera person. There's a reason why I'm using my computer and a stool. I just give away my filming secrets. Oh no. So that was about that. So I just thought it was funny that it kind of actually showed true to my ADHD, the fact that I'm kind of forgetful. And it's not so much that we're forgetful. Okay, to some degree it is. But if you study psychology, you'll understand why ADHD people are forgetful. Because this is for another video. Never mind. I have a whole entire video on ADHDness that I'm planning to do for you those who don't know what it is, but it's like one of the most common mental mental disability. Yeah, mental disability. You see, ADHD is weird because it's technically neurological, but it's also technically a mental disorder. It's strange. Again, that's being saved for another video. Let's continue on with Intro to Theater and not get off topic 5 billion times. I swear I took my medicine today. It's just, I'm gonna blame it on sleep. Okay, so the next thing on my list was the exercise our teacher did to help us more or less transform into different characters. Because obviously, I can't always be... Do I want to tell people my age? I can't always be the age I am when I'm acting, okay? Like, you're gonna have to play someone younger or older than you. For heavens knows, you might have to play an opposite gender. Which also I mentioned in another video. Yeah. I actually got to play a different gender in this one. Ooh, I can talk about that too now. I gotta add that to the list after I'm done with this one. Continuing! So we had to do this exercise where, thank heavens, I think people did end up actually watching this though, but there was a lot of yelling that went on and distracting of other classes thanks to Intro to Theater. I loved it. It was the best class I ever took. With the Intro to Theater, she was doing different examples of how, I guess, even body language affects how you would see a person. Pretty much look at someone with split personality disorder, and we're trying to do that. You know, how they seem to instantly change from one person to another. That's what all acting is all about. Those people probably make great actors. I could be wrong. I don't know much about that. I haven't done my research. Don't hate me, internet, or people who have the disease, but I'm not going to claim falsehoods either. Just what I know. Because, you know, two personalities, two people acting. Okay, continuing. So we'd be walking around the school, and she'd be like, okay, walk like a 6-year-old would. And so then we have to try and think how a 6-year-old would go to them, or we'll go down the stairs, and she'd be like, act like a 5-year-old, and we'd like have to like scoot down the stairs, or, you know, and stuff like that. I know, like, for the longest of time when I was younger, I would actually climb up the stairs like on all fours because it was just quicker and faster. And I kind of continued that for like a long time, like even into middle school, just because I thought it was faster, and I would just always climb stairs that way. I don't climb stairs that way anymore unless I'm playing with my cousins. Not the point of this story. So we got to 3 on the other, and she just randomly shot like, was it, you're like a 60-year-old man, or, you know, stuff like that, and we'd have to try and do it when we be, you know, like slouch and slow down and like lower our posture, or, you know, because, you know, it's all about body posture when it comes to acting. Timid people would learn to be more withdrawn in themselves and kind of not meet people's eyes and look down and speak really quiet, timidly, kind of closed off like this. Well, a person who's more confident is more like, what you say in my face? Well, not exactly all the time, but you know, they show up with the shoulders squared back, and they always make eye contact with you. Always. So much so that it's slightly terrifying. Like they're staring into your soul. Of course, that's like how I feel about people and professionalism, because professionalism honestly freaks me out, because it's like, people aren't normally this polite to other people, and you're the voice, it's almost robotic, and I don't like that. That freaks me out. I really do have a problem with people being professional. I cannot stand people being professional. I wouldn't say it creeps me out, but it makes me uncomfortable. Though I know the whole entire point of being professional is not to make the other person uncomfortable, it does. Because it's like basic behavior that can be copied, which makes me not see them completely as an individual, which apparently freaks me out. I guess. I don't know. I'm not doing psychoanalyzing myself right now, okay? That is not the point of this video. Once again, I've gotten off track completely. I feel like such a failure in life right now. Okay. So I'm gonna just save this for the next video, since we're already at like 11 minutes, and we all know that I'm gonna talk a little over the limit, even if I do try to push the last subject. And there's something else I was gonna add to the next video. I'll just rewatch this one and find out what it is. Glasses. Okay, so like and subscribe, comment, let me know opinions, as long as they're not harmful opinions, unless they're like criticism. Well, not like constructive criticism, not like just criticism, and well, just be decent people, please. We all just need to try to be decent people. I mean, at least try. I mean, at the least. Anyway, ranting so much. I will see you all. Technically not see you all back here. You all know what I meant.